So welcome to Damn Fast. Today we have the keys of this 2022 Skoda Enyaq, and today we are going to find out why it is as luxurious as a Rolls Royce in a fraction of the price. So first I'm going to tell you some about the Skoda Enyaq. So this is the 2022 model. It's an Enyaq IV. So this particular car has a 62 kWh battery pack, giving it a range of around 400 kilometers. So this actually is equipped with a rear electric motor with 180 brake horsepower, and thus propels the car from 0 to 100, they claim, in 8.9 seconds. But we have actually tested the car out with our dragy system, and this car did a lot quicker than that. Check out the video right here if you want to see that, or there, I don't know. So let's start off with the outside of the car. So this is a Sportsline version, and with Skoda you have a few options. So you have the Enyaq IV, you have the business pack, I think a business plus pack, and you have the Sportsline like this. And this is the more sportier version. It comes standard with these 20-inch alloys, and I think they look pretty good on this this car. So we have a couple of black specks right here on the mirrors, as well as on the side profile of the car, and also in the front we have the grille, which is black, and certain elements. I think it suits the car pretty well. And by the way, we got this car from Skoda Wittebrug, so thank you guys for providing your beautiful Enyaq for us to review. I'll leave a link down in the description below where you can find out more about this car. So here we have the charging port of the Skoda Enyaq, and as you can see, it's exactly the same as a Audi Q4. So right here we have the CCS Type 3 Type 2 connector with DC charging as well, and it's able to charge up to 125 kilowatts. We actually have another battery pack for this car as well. That's 82 kilowatt hours, and that provides this car with around 530 kilometers of range, WLTP. So that's quite a lot. So right here we are at the rear of the Skoda Enyaq, and as you can see, we have the Skoda badging and the Enyaq badging in black. So that comes standard with the black optics pack. We have some tinted rear windows and a spoiler to decrease the drag from the air. And right here we actually have a huge boot. As you can see, it's not electronically operated, but it is pretty big, as you can see right here. So in comparison to, for example, the Audi Q4, this boot is a lot bigger. The Audi Q4 has 520 liters of space. The ID4 ID5 has 545 liters of space, but this thing has 580 liters, and as you can see, there fit loads of people in here. Actually, like 2 people can fit in here quite comfortably, as you can see right here. So yeah, but seriously, this car is actually really practical. Right here you have a cover for all your stuff in the trunk. Underneath here we have some more storage space for the charging cables, as well as right here and here. And here we have a load through, for example, skis or a snowboard, or just longer items if you want to carry them in your car. So right here we have the rear view camera with a small washer to keep it clean whilst using it. Guys, as you can see, here we have the Enyaq, there we have the Audi Q4, and we actually made a separate video comparing these two cars. They are actually on the same Volkswagen EV platform, so it's quite a good comparison. So check that out as well. And also for the Q4 we have another review, which you can find here or here. I think it's here. So and actually the reason why this car is just as luxurious as a Rolls Royce is actually this. So right here we have a umbrella. And as you can see, it is pretty nice. This is the same option that you have in a Rolls Royce, and it's on a Skoda, so that's great. This umbrella, if you want to change this umbrella, it's gonna cost you this much, and if you wanted to change on a Rolls Royce, it costs this much. So that's a big difference. Okay, let's get it back into the car. Okay, this is kind of hard to... Okay, let's back in. We'll just put it into the trunk. Oh, and by the way, we also have a nice option here in the trunk, because we're in Holland right now and sometimes it's really cold and your windscreen gets frozen, and then you might need a ice scraper, which Skoda just and it even says simply clever, and it actually is. It just fits in right here. How cool is that? I think this car is really practical. So right now we are in the interior of the Skoda Enyaq, and actually this interior is better than we expected. So here we have some really nice leathery stuff on the dashboard. We have quite a big navigation screen with all kinds of options, and this is actually a really nice system. It's different from Volkswagen system, and it's definitely different from the Audi MMI system. So right here we have a virtual display, and it's not that big as you can see, but it does give you most of the driving features, like the speed and the amount of range and stuff like that. It's not really comparable to the system in the Audi. That's a real big display, but it's enough. In terms of the steering wheel, we have quite a sporty steering wheel. It actually says Sportline here. It is a bit flat bottomed, and we have perforated leather all around, and it actually feels really nice. And here we have the flappy pedals, and I can hear you ask, why do you need flappy pedals in an electric vehicle? Well, that's actually to adjust the amount of regenerative braking, so you can use one pedal driving then. In terms of the seats, these are actually also Sportline seats, and these are all cloth, sort of Alcantara it feels like, and we have a fake leather headrest right here, so that's actually really nice. The Skoda is actually a pretty big vehicle, and here we have some more buttons for a lot of things. You actually have a mode which you can adjust the ride profile from eco to normal to sport, and oh, it actually does look really cool. I'm actually really a big fan of the screen. I think this even looks better than the screen in the ID4 and ID5. It's a really nice system. So in the front we also have two USB-Cs right here, and you can charge, for example, your mobile phone right here with the inductive charging right there. Here we have quite a big compartment with some separate compartments as well, so you can actually get it out like that. That's pretty handy. And here we have like an elastic cord, and here you can just put in some documents and stuff, and it doesn't rattle around. And right here we have also a kind of compartment. Here you can just keep some coins in, and we have an electronically operated handbrake as well, and this is the shifter of the car, but that just speaks for itself. So all in all, in the front it's pretty nice. Also we have the black headliner. But let's move on to the rear of the car to check out if it's any good for your rear passengers. Because as we know, Skoda is always pretty roomy. And this one really is no exception. So you have loads of headroom, loads of shoulder room as well. The headroom is actually really great. I'm in my normal driving position. Myself, I'm 180. And I can just fit here quite perfectly. Right here we also have a central armrest, which is always a good thing. And here we have some cup holders. And that actually also works as sort of a storage space. This is actually really nice. And here we have some carbon details. If I have the camera, as you can see, oh. So right here we have some fake carbonish things. I don't think they use real carbon in here. But it does show you the quality of the interior here. It's actually great. And here as well. So we have some chrome parts in here. And all in all, it looks really nice. And here we have the sported seats from the rear.
And the climate control.
And we actually have a climate control as well in the rear. So that's really nice. What do you think of this car, Ruben?
I think it's a really cool car. I like this car a lot.
Okay, so right now we are going to take this Skoda Enyaq EV for a little drive and to test out if it's any good. So this is fully throttle.
Fast.
I have to say it's more nippy than the Audi Q4. It feels like it's a little quicker. So this car actually has 180 brake horsepower instead of the 204 of the E-tron. And right now it's in sport mode, and yeah, it's really comfortable. This thing is really comfortable for longer journeys. It's actually really good. So actually the cabin noise is really low as well, so it's pretty quiet, and yeah, it's great for longer journeys, to be honest. I wanted to say it's great for town driving, but it's not, because it's quite a big vehicle, but it's really a comfortable car. And so let's test out the cornering as well. So hold the camera, because we are going to do some cornering here. Because we have a low center of gravity, it actually goes to the corner pretty good. So that was quite a fast corner at around 40-50 kilometers an hour. But because we have the weight of the batteries in the chassis of the car, we actually have very good cornering. 3, 2, 1, go! It feels actually really nice. Okay guys, that's it for now. I have to stop the camera, I have to stop the review because the camera is almost out of juice. Thanks for watching. So if you stayed around until the end of this video, thanks for watching. Actually this car is better than I expected. I'm actually really impressed about the quality, and the amount of value for money is great with this car. So this car is 50,000 euros and you get a lot of car EV for that money. So guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.
Ciao!